all together. Oops, not a lot of videotaping. Everything's good right now except this front spring. You saw I pulled those off. Junior will clean these and airbrush them red tomorrow for me. He wants to do that. Special project. Not saying I'm going to leave those air filters. Those were the air filters I had inside the aluminum scoop with the original bases on them. Carburetor needs a wipe down again from all the Vaseline all over my fingers, all over it. But that's no big deal. There's the pile. I just toss stuff in a pile as I'm rebuilding things away from where I'm working, obviously. Then I do inventory later, which I did. So these are two gaskets you don't use. One must be 750 and then like an 800 CFM. The holes are smaller on this one. Actually, some of these holes are in a different spot, but this is the only one that matched with all the holes and the smaller things, so you use that. Got our new inlets on. Okay, we got our new old stock screws on. Got our jam nut on. Got our locking bolt on. It's actually the adjusting nut and then the jam nut, jam bolt screw. Okay, new needle seats. New mixture screws with the O-rings. As you know, the levers and all that we changed. I went through every passage multiple times. Changed the, these are like little reed valves, they're rubber. But these are reed valves for your accelerator pump. It folds over like gas in and it seals. That one seemed good. This one was a different color. Well, now it's laying in the dirt. Changed the power valve. The new one had the same exact number on it, so I know it opens up at the same vacuum. And that's it. So that's one carburetor done. Let me tell you, it takes a very long time to clean the gaskets off, to say the least, and not get them down into ports and orifices and stuff. Especially these gaskets, all 8 of these. You can go in there and gorilla them, but then you're going to slip and scratch the carburetor, so they were like a paper, the ones that were on there. The ones that I put on there look like a nylon of some sort, thick. They crushed down, they went down into the thing. That and the ones for here were the only ones that are different. These were nylon too. Came with actual 3 of them. So these are the only extra parts. So they came with an extra one of these that I don't need, and mixture screws and O-rings and stuff because I only have a 2 idle circuit. So good. We should be good. Should definitely be good. This is all I'm going to do tonight. I'll do the other one tomorrow night. One a night. It's supposed to be enjoyable. Obviously, I'll clean everything off. I need a bin to save all the old parts. Might as well hold them. Looked at the accelerator pump. Where it was leaking, I'm not sure, but it was leaking. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, it does not look like the diaphragm is ripped in anywhere. It almost appeared like it was coming through the center where they riveted it. So, if you look, that's the bottom side of it. That's the side that's not supposed to have gas on it. So it looks like it's seeping out of somewhere in the center. Okay, this is the one that was dripping out of my plug wires. So, this is the part that points down. This is the part that the arm hits. This is the part that the return spring is on. Those are unadjusted. Basically, how you adjust those is you open them to full throttle, and you allow it so the arm could still move another, I think it's 15 thousandths. So when these things are pegged down, okay, you should be able to drop your arms down another 15 thousandths so they're not binding. Some people make the mistake of bringing it to an idle and putting 15 thousandths in there, and then they have hesitations and bogging problems when they come off the line. So, they do it exactly backwards to what it has to be. So, that right there is the front carburetor. So, I think we're good. I think I'm gabbing. I think maybe I've inhaled a little too much carburetor cleaner. You know, and he squirted a couple little things. Doesn't take much for me. Like I said, so I guess we'll come out here tomorrow, The only thing I need to put these carburetors on is 2 more of these gaskets here. Okay. And I want to change the nuts that hold them down. That's all. They kind of look ugly. Studs are all fine. So with that, and the bolts I have for that Mr. Gasket block are all good. We'll polish those up. Get the block on. We'll clean off the fuel lines. And we'll get that knocked out. And this is like the traffic jam and the trip to where you're going. So after this, it should be smooth sailing again for a while. I don't know if I should put this at the end of the video when nobody's listening, but there's a couple of guys at work that no matter what happens to their power equipment, they come to me. They think I'm the little engine guy. So there's one guy that's been having snowblower problems for 3 years. Everything from switches to carburetor problems. You name it, this piece of shit has it. Literally. And when he fixes it, it'll go a snowstorm and something else will break. And this has been going on for the last 3 years since he bought it used from his neighbor. So he walked up to me today, and what did he say to me today? He comes up to me and he goes, "Have you ever heard of a snowblower with the axle breaking?" He goes, I was going and it just flopped. And he goes, "I looked in there and the axle shit off." I was like, "Yes, I have. Yes, I have." He goes, "Well, I ordered another one." I said, "Well, it might be the same problem." So apparently there's a load of bad axles out there. But at least Ruben, at least you've only had axle problems and some clogged carburetors. This poor guy's put multiple carburetors on this thing. He went through a coil already. The ignition switch failed on him twice, and now the axle snapped. And this is the 3rd winter with it. So I guess whoever used your axle, Ruben, it was the same vendor as his vendor when they built his. So with that said, guys, I'm going to call it quits, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a break after a very, very, very long day. Could not get up this morning. Today is my Monday. And it is 8:16. And the Rube's still texting me. Sorry, Ruben. An hour ago. Oops. I had this music so loud, guys. I didn't even know what was going on in here. I didn't hear no phone. So, let's call it good, guys.